You've always had this?
Well, since we moved here. It's bright.
Really powerful.
I've never used it before. I've always been like daytime live. Let's see. Hi, friends. Say hey if you're hopping on. I'm very back there in the shadows. It's hard for you to look at.
It's so
You
bright.
just can't look at it. You just look at the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks, it's good, right?
Yeah, I think this works. I would have to move my desk around for it to be a different direction, but I think for tonight.
It's good. I like it.
You're struggling to breathe?
No.
Oh, good.
No. It's just.
You look tiny.
It's a.
We could switch.
What?
It did take her a long time. Say hey when you're hopping on.
Yeah, I can look tinier.
See how tiny you can make yourself back there.
You like that?
Yeah, that's how little I thought you were when I met you. When you were like down off the porch and I was up at my house.
Oh.
That's how look how tiny you look back there. Hi friends, say hey when you're hopping on. Okay, so funny story. Adam met a stranger today in the Home Depot parking lot to get a phone so I can do dual lives where I could be like live on TikTok or Instagram and here at the same time. At some point, somebody's gonna come up with this invention where everybody can just press one button and you go live everywhere, but that hasn't been invented yet.
Across all platforms.
Yes. So here we are. Okay, so tell them what happened.
All platforms. Oh, so when I met, we had somebody help us get in touch with somebody that had a phone, and they're like, "Oh, they speak English." I was like, "Perfect."
It's always good for us.
So I said, "Hey, I'm coming," when I was 20 minutes away, and they automatically said, "Use Google Translate," and that's not a good sign if you thought they spoke English, because normally when it's like face to face, the written communication's harder if the translations are all crazy. But anyway, I was trying to tell her where I was in the Home Depot parking lot, and I was like, "I'm off to the side in this black truck or whatever." And she said, you can come. This is my fault.
I'm talking to him while he's waiting. So he's like, oh man, like, I'm not sure we're going to find each other.
It is my fault that I'm not like fluent both in speaking and writing perfect Spanish.
Or barely Spanish.
Huh?
We're barely, not perfect, barely.
Or, what do you mean?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fluent we are. It's
well,
like
we are two separate people.
Well, we're about the same level, unless you think
I always say that's not true at all.
We're both like kindergartners. You think you're like second grade?
No, I don't think that I'm like doing amazing or anything. But I mean, I don't think that. I think that if I got stuck somewhere, I could not get in trouble.
I feel safer already.
Anyway, comparing. What are we doing here? What are you doing?
Okay, so can you continue?
So she said, I told her I was on the side of the road or on the side of the Home Depot. Hey, come to my car so I can get the phone and pay you. And she said, you can come here to park there, comma, I can't sunbathe. I'm outside. And I said, now we're meeting at Home Depot, and I said, ¿Dónde estás? Where are you? And she said, outside of the house. So at that point, I couldn't get back a hold of her, and I just assumed that we were in two totally different areas. But I went to the entrance and just guessed that it was this girl because she was kind of like staring around and didn't look like she was doing anything important. And it was her, so I checked out the phone and got the phone, and then she called me about 15 minutes later and said, hey, I've got a personal question to ask you. This is really drawn out because she's really struggling to speak English. I'm struggling to speak Spanish. She's like, I've got a personal question to ask you. Is this fake money? Did you give me fake money? Because if you did, I'm going to have to report you to the police. I have your contact information. So I was like, oh, I have no idea. I'm trying to explain it on the phone. It was real money. And then I texted her a bunch of stuff. Like, hey, go to a gas station. They have markers, all that. And then she translated and texted me back that the first bank didn't take her money, but the second bank took her money. And her mom was like really freaking out and really mad. So that's why she threatened the cops. Anyway, We got the phone.
Anyways, in case you ever happen to see me on a dual live where I'm on either Instagram or TikTok and here at the same time, it is all because Adam put in a couple hours of his time. And yes, he was using a translator app. And
using all that. I mean, like she was using a translator app.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's definitely a dilemma when when you're using translator apps, because she typed in, "Hey, I'm coming to see you," and whatever Spanish she typed out was, "I'm not sunbathing today. I can't wait to hang out," or like whatever it came out as. So it didn't translate the way that it's supposed to. So half the time you think that you're like, "Oh, I've got this whooped," and it's just you saying like, "Yeah, I'll come pick your dog up. I love hanging out with dogs," when you're saying that I'm gonna be at your house in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So fun. I just think that they're really funny because we are immersed in an environment where Spanish is the primary language and we are every day trying. I was on the phone with a friend the other day and I was trying to order. I was like, "Hey, I've been in line for like 20 minutes. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to order." Like the kids are all in the car hungry. I'm like, "I'm gonna have to order food and then I'll be right back." So I put it down, and so it's like, "Lo siento, aprendo español." Like, "I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish. Like, can I speak English? Like, puedo hablar inglés?" And that's kind of our go-to phrase. And then if they're like, "No," then we're like, "This is gonna." Oh,
what happened?
I have no idea. Diane gave a dog. Gave a dog.
Does that on?
Yes.
You controlling it?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And
When did that start being?
it's a thing. It used to be like that on TikTok. If people gave you like points, then you'd get different characters, and the kids really love it when that happens. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the dog.
Yeah. So today, what happened was just he was trying to get me a secondary phone so we can use it for
secondary phones
videos.
Do dual broadcast on multiple platforms.
Yes. So it was like just a second, like a work phone. And so when I was on the phone,
goes a long way.
smiling is like
Here,
saves
like,
us.
you notice that like this down here, they treat you with so much grace.
Yes.
About like, hey, you don't know English. It's not like they're furious or anything like that. You feel this weird shame and guilt, like I need to be learning more. But if you smile really big and your body language, it's like you can break through almost anything. And then it's just like, hey, let's work this out together. Smiles.
When you're in the drive-thru, they can't see you smile.
It works in Puerto Rico. I don't think it works everywhere. I think a smile doesn't get you that far some places, but it works here.
It does, but like you can't smile at the drive-thru, like when you both don't speak the same language. And then but our kids are like,
people can hear when you smile. Like when you're on the phone, you're supposed to smile when you're talking to people on the phone.
I know that actually.
You do? I'm sure you do.
When I worked at the call center,
back in, you better be smiling.
They put mirrors on all of their desks.
Dave?
And they were like, "You should be smiling while you're talking."
Just looking, and then if they look at you while you're on the phone, you're like a crazy person.
Yeah, so if you're like really irritated, they forgot how to change their batteries, and they're on the phone with you again.
And then I have the problem where my standing rest face is that of a serial killer who just broke out of jail. So I have to work on that because I will catch myself like just staring at people. And I'm like, why are they freaked out? And it's because of me, because I have the worst rest. So I've been working on smiling without looking like I've got something wrong.
Show me.
Huh?
Show me your resting smile. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's not resting.
Yeah, it is.
That is for sure smiling. It's like,
well,
everyone's gonna definitely think you're friendly.
That's what you do.
I probably do. I don't have like a resting smile. I just have
you don't rest.
I'm just smiling.
No, you don't rest.
I just smile all the time.
I'm serious.
Did I do that?
No, you're supposed to.
Oh, well, it's working out.
Yeah.
You look cute.
Thanks.
Okay, I haven't even talked about what I'm showing. I did jellyfish peptides. If you've never tried this, I use them on Adam sometimes. Like if we are going out where, I don't know, like an event or anywhere that he's like looking fancy, we'll like slap this on him.
Slap that bad boy on there, and I look like 7 months of Botox.
Is it?
Oh, it'll rip you up. It'll pull you tight.
So so ageless sculpting wands, it works almost instantly and then it works over time. So it's 2 phases. So it gives you almost within 15 to 30 minutes, like a lot of tightness, but within 30 days and beyond, like actual tightening of like jowls, loose skin, sagging. But within like that 15 to 30 minutes, you can tell a noticeable difference in like do you want to try it?
What?
Do you want to show them?
Oh, you can show them. I'm scared
Could do
they're
half
gonna
your
be
face.
too impressed.
Oh! Here, they're gonna be so. Here, we can try it.
This is too bright.
Here, no, come in. You gotta come in closer. If
I'm not getting closer than this.
No, if they are gonna see your wrinkles.
I'm not comfortable getting so close. I'm just not.
They're not gonna be able to tell the difference then.
What do you mean? I'll get closer after you do it.
They won't have known the before. Okay, so here, show me your resting smile. Do you have your driver's license? He thought he would be funny.
That's my
and do this funny thing. Okay, he thought he'd be really funny, and for his driver's license picture, that's the face he made. And that's his now forever driver's license.
Don't you look relaxed though?
When? Right now?
Like
when you have
right
a
now.
smirk?
Yeah.
Yeah, except if you're gonna go
It's like I know more than anybody.
But when we went through TSA, he stood there and the guy was like looking at him and he goes, and the guy was like,
No, he's like, this guy's cool. I like this guy.
Okay, this one is for your face and the other one's for your eyes. So,
Like, she's like, Alicia's like, he's so close. I know. You'll be able to tell.
oh, you're like more than an arm's length away. Does this feel relaxing?
It does, actually. Don't make,
Sorry.
You don't have to make the sounds.
You love it.
You can talk while you're doing it. You still have to make the circus sounds.
I don't know what else to say.
That's what you did when you don't have anything to say. You do circus music.
I just like odd noises. I don't know. You say something. I'm not. That's not.
What's the smell?
My laundry soap. It's my.
It smells good.
Yeah. I washed these pants already.
Ooh!
Oh, look at you.
No, that's nice.
That's good. Veda would love that.
Love a good, what is that, bunny?
Okay. All right, rub this in. Lots of moaning going on.
That's what I do.
Anytime
I'm getting a service. No, anytime I'm getting a service, a haircuts, I'm always moaning.
Okay, this one goes on
I think
your
it's
eyes.
weird, but I don't. I'm like, yeah, cut that hair.
Okay, so close yours. Close them. Okay, so the jellyfish peptide is from Pomifera, and it's listed under the ageless sculpting wand. And so, I should have just done one side of your face and not the other. Sorry. Here, close your eyes for me. Close them.
Close them.
Yeah, close them.
You really put some pressure on that. That almost went into my socket.
I did not.
Just be careful.
Adam.
Just be careful. That's all I'm saying.
They're
I need my buzz. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you have 15 minutes.
All right.
Or 30 minutes or whatever. And you come back and give an update. And we'll
I'll be
look
back
at
in
yours.
27 minutes.
Okay, hopefully you guys got to see what his skin looked like before. Alright, Veda was the worst to get to bed tonight. We played rock, paper, scissors to take turns on who was gonna get her to bed, and he lost, so it was his turn. And tonight, she was just not giving it up. The moaning. He's so funny. Okay, so drinking collagen. I haven't drank my collagen yet today. I have been trying to let my hair grow. It's so good for cellulite as well, but lately I've just been really trying for like hair growth. So I've been trying to drink 1 to 2 scoops of collagen every single day, and my hair has been growing rapidly, as well as like my nails, and it's great for cellulite, just good for your skin. So I use Beautiful Use Collagen. If you ever need that, use the code Courtney Swan and you'll get a discount. He is so funny. So funny. Okay, so it's Palm Sunday, so I thought we could do like a reading of the Bible for whoever wants to. And I thought we could do a reading every single day. And so if you haven't ever done reading about the crucifixion during Easter, I made a little cheat sheet of things that you could follow along. So you're gonna start in Matthew 21, and then you will go until like Matthew 26. And actually I think you go to Matthew 28. I quit writing at Thursday because I was like, I don't need to tell you all of them. So Matthew 28. So that is where Matthew 21 is where you begin. And so today I thought we could read about Palm Sunday together. We did not go to church today, but I do want to watch an online service. I wish I would have gone to church, but I just didn't. So, oh, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, James. Here we go. I opened my Bible up upside down and it threw me off. And I can tell you, you will read until Matthew 28. So that's 21 to 28. I'm always so hesitant to do these. I notice like when I do them, literally like we lost 100 viewers at that time. But I also feel like I am so grateful for God in my life and so grateful for sharing the blessing and like sharing about Jesus and how God has worked in my life. And I think that some people might not hear certain parts of the story of Christ. And so you never know who needs to hear that. So if you want to hop on for that, you can. So, and if not, if you're just here for like skincare and hair care and stuff, then this week at the end of our videos, you don't have to be there for it. So, okay. So when they approached Jerusalem, we're just starting at Matthew 21. When they approached Jerusalem and came to Bethphage at the Mount of Olives, Jesus then sent 2 disciples, telling them, "Go into the village ahead of you. At once you will find a donkey tied there with her colt. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, say that the Lord needs them, and he will send them at once." This took place so that what was spoken through the prophet might be fulfilled. "Tell daughter Zion, see, your king is coming to you, gentle and mounted on a donkey, and on a colt, the foal of a donkey." The disciples went and did just as Jesus directed them. They brought the donkey and the colt, and they laid their clothes on them, and he sat on them. A very large crowd spread their clothes on the road, others cutting branches from the trees and spreading them on the road. Then the crowds who went ahead of them and those who followed shouted, "Hosanna, the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest heaven." When he entered Jerusalem, the whole city was in an uproar, saying, "Who is this?" The crowds were saying, "This is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee." That's all we're going to read today. If you're like, I want to know what happens, tomorrow it will go into like Holy Monday and Jesus cleansing the temple and throughout the whole process of the crucifixion of Christ. You could obviously skip ahead, but I thought it would be good that every day. Today we were driving and I did not go to church, and I was like, I realized it was Palm Sunday, kind of like a little late in the morning, and I was like, oh, I really wish I was going to church today. And so, but I was like, I'm just gonna like pray and listen to worship music, and we'll go to church another Sunday, and I'll watch a live stream. And so we were driving through town. We were just going to get a coffee, honestly, nothing special. Like, we're going to go look, there's a beach we really like to like look at. The waves were big today, and we're going to go look at surfers. And as we were driving through, we passed this like field that has tons of palm trees. And I just imagine on Palm Sunday that they just have all these giant palm leaves, you know, all over the ground that Jesus is coming in on, and people are waving palm branches. And I just imagine it being this like beautiful event that they're so excited that the Messiah is there. And as we're looking out, there's this field. We've seen this field over and over, but never like this. It had just been raining, and there was like beautiful rays of sun coming in, and there were just wild horses all throughout this field, and there were palm trees everywhere. And I just thought, like, I bet it was beautiful, like coming in, but that Jesus knew going into it, even though they were celebrating them, he knew what was going to happen, and he still showed up. And I don't know, it was just a beautiful like moment with palm trees and horses, and I thought, I want to share. I know sometimes our numbers shift or change, and but I was like, I want to share because maybe somebody else didn't go to church this morning or didn't even realize it was Palm Sunday. And maybe Easter has just snuck up on you too. And you're like, oh my gosh, Lord, I feel like it's snuck up again. And maybe you've never even heard the story of Jesus or the crucifixion. And or you have, and you haven't thought about it in a while, or who knows what it is you're going through. But I just wanted to share because maybe at the beginning of this week, it can help you, just like it kind of helped prompt me to think that this is what I want to focus on every day this week. And so, and with my kids are on spring break. So a fun activity that you can do if you've never done this with your kids is make resurrection rolls. And basically they're just crescent rolls, and you can shove a marshmallow inside of it, and you bake them in the oven. And we do this on Good Friday. We do it on Friday. That's just typically when we do it, you know, like he was put in the tomb. You can do it on Resurrection Sunday, whenever you want, whenever it works for your schedule for this week. But basically it's to talk about how Jesus went into the tomb, but then he disappeared, right? And he was risen from the grave. And it's a great visual for kids, especially even like Veda's age, that like the tomb is empty, you know, and you can't see it, you can't see what happened, but it happened. And obviously the marshmallows melt into the crescent roll. There's nothing like supernatural happening with your marshmallows and crescent rolls, but there is a great lesson behind it and a great visual for kids. And so I just wanted to share with whoever might want to also focus on this week, that our lives can be so busy, but that maybe taking a few minutes out of each night or during the day for us to do this, we can just grow closer to God together. So anyways, hey, Adam Swan. We'll see if his, oh shoot, the baby. I don't know where he is. I might have to go find him. I wanted him to come and show his face. So, what is everybody's plans for the week? My kids have spring break, and we're not going on a spring break trip. We had originally thought we would try, but I don't know, we're not going to. But we are gonna do makeover day on Tuesday with the girls. And they're getting haircuts. And they're doing full transformation. Lexi's hair is about down to here right now. And she's wanting it a little shorter, but she wants to get layers and bangs. And then Lola, her hair is about to here, and she wants to get her hair cut short and bangs. So we're gonna do makeover Tuesday, and I think that will be really fun. Are you looking young yet?
I don't think so.
You
How
don't
long's
think
it
so?
been? I don't know.
I don't know. Here, come here.
What? That's the last time I'm gonna go on, so.
No, wait, 5 minutes in. Sorry, I didn't know where you were. You can hang out with me.
What?
You good? Come back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Set a timer. It does take like 15 to 20 minutes for you to be able to tell the difference. Anyways, okay. Beef tallow. If you haven't tried Palmifera's beef tallow, it smells like peppermint. So some beef tallow that I've used in the past, I'll come closer so you can kind of see my skin. tonight all I'm doing on my skin is the jellyfish peptide wand, which we did at the beginning, and I'm just doing beef tallow. That's it. And I might even like really slather. So I think makeovers will be really fun. And just something fun for us to do on spring break together. I'm getting my hair done that day too. And I just kind of treasure like I think when you're busy and your kids are kind of going to a million things at the end of the school year, you really do like treasure times where you can just hang out and chill and enjoy each other and have fun. Or so that's kind of our week. It is the summer. We have family coming down, and then don't know for sure what we're doing the rest of the summer. And we have a chance to go on a free trip to Europe, but it is so far for the baby. But it would be a free trip. And so we're like, okay, do we go to, it would be amazing. I'm really excited. I earned a trip. It's not really free. I earned it through a company. It was like a incentive this year. If you sold a certain amount, you get a trip, right? And so it was a surprise trip. I honestly did not think I would earn it, but I did. And so I really would love to take my kids. Have not been, but it is a long flight to go with a baby. And so at the end of the summer, we might do that. So I'm like, this might be one of the only like chill weeks we get for a while. And I'm just so here for it. So, so Pomifera right now, shipping is $1.99. And then they do have 25% off of Build Your Own bundle collections. If you go to the link in the description of this video, it will have, like, you can see the different sales. It's like the April sale. You can save up to 25%, and it's on the last page at checkout. So you put all your bundle things together, and then that's where you save. What does beef tallow do for the skin? So beef tallow is amazing for your skin. So it's obviously, like, technically it's like fat from beef. But I have used like TikTok beef tallow before, and it smelled like bacon grease. It literally smelled horrific. I could not handle it, couldn't stomach it. And this smells amazing. It is beef tallow whipped with lotion, whipped with Pomifera oil and peppermint. And it is just, I've shown it on my hands several times, but I'll show you the difference. So here are my hands, like you can kind of see. And then if you put beef tallow on it, it is just like, this is a little much. It is incredibly hydrating. Use it on your elbows. But you'll be able to see, like, your skin will go from looking very dull to like really, really wonderful. Hope you can see on camera. It is dark in here. Yes, so if I get to go on that trip, that'll be really exciting. I just have to figure out logistically how to make it all work. Christian does not want to go at all on that trip. So he would probably stay with Adam's mom or with my dad. He said, unless we're going to Japan, which is like, I think 30 hours or something. And I'm like, there's no way we can do Japan with baby. He's like, I never want to travel again unless I go to Japan. I'm like, well, we live on an island, so we'll probably have to travel again sometime. So we're trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what would he do? Does he want to? How are we going to spend the summer? Maybe he'll come around and he'll decide he wants to. I've been trying to show him videos, but it's just part of having multiple children and trying to figure out, it was great Adam and I going for our anniversary, but it's like the reality, like even if it would be awesome, it's the reality of, would this actually be fun? So I don't know. We're just gonna think about it, pray about it, and figure it out and see if we can work it all out. If so, then that might be what we do at the end of the summer. Japan would be amazing, and he would love to go to Japan. My dad is in Malaysia right now, and he's going, I think, back to Thailand? No, Bangkok. He's going to Bangkok, and then he flies from Bangkok to London, and London to Miami to here. So he'll be with us for the summer, and he's just kind of doing this. So, come on out, Adam. Adam Swan, where are you? Somebody said, come on out, Adam. Okay. Still have your hair clip going. Okay. No, you're great. You look great. Okay, come in close.
Okay.
All right. So, I would say I can definitely tell in this area here, we haven't used this in a long time. This will continue to get tight. Your skin feels actually tight to the touch.
Good.
But it causes the same effect that like whatever a jellyfish uses to stun its prey. That's what it loosens the muscles. So the more you use it, the tighter your skin gets, but your skin physically feels a little tight to your touch.
I like it.
Okay, so here, but you're gonna see the most results when you use it over 30 days, but I can already tell, and it definitely hasn't been 30 minutes.
I know. I love it.
Can you tell?
I can tell. I love it. I love how tight it is. I really do. I love it. It's amazing. I can't wait to see it in another, 15 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah. Mark your
I'll
timer.
mark my timer.
Okay, you done for tonight?
What?
Hanging out?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
What are you
well,
guys talking about?
Europe. Oh, this is a great conversation. You could join in. Do you want to share a seat?
No, not at all. What's up?
Okay, Europe. Do you, here, go back to your tiny couch. He is very tall, by the way. You would not know it because when he's back there.
Tall.
Well, but you're not very short.
No. Okay, so what is it? What is it?
Europe. Okay, thoughts on Europe for the summer? Going for in July. Do you think we should?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we talked about it and we didn't know if the kids could handle it.
Is the kids gonna handle Europe?
Yeah. Are you
I
thinking
think you were
so
talking
good?
about going somewhere like a further flight than that. Were you?
We put on the jellyfish peptide mask is what we had on him.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm all game. I think that just
It's
shortening it up between two locations.
so if you could go anywhere, where would you go?
Maximum. What?
If you could go in Europe, where would you go?
I don't know. Somewhere. I want to go somewhere like a city and somewhere relaxing. I haven't really decided.
Okay.
Have you?
No. I didn't even know for sure we'd get to go, but that seems more promising
I
if
think
he's
if
on
we're
board.
gonna do it, just because it's so much close, it's just as close as the United States and it's cheaper. So.
Well, it's cheaper because it'll be paid for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we could go somewhere in the U.S. too.
Can we?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. You guys
So-
told me that.
So I earned two things. I earned a trip to New York, and or a credit for a trip to New York, and then a credit for you could pick Dubai, Europe, Alaska. What was the other one?
Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember. So you got to pick. The way this worked was you got to pick one of these places, and so go to Cyprus, Germany, Spain.
There's so many
There's so many
places
good things.
So many good things to pick from.
I feel like Paris would be really fun, and
It's
we could
such a
take.
huge deal though, because like the fact that we could take our kids and all that stuff, it'd be like a big deal.
Be really fun. And if we went to Paris, we could take the kids to Disney Paris for like a day or two.
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah.
They love that.
Vada's never been to Disney, and we did. Lola went for her 10th birthday for like a couple days with Lexi. But yes, I'm in my office. This is just like normally I'm facing this way with the desk behind
Yeah,
me.
see the couch in
And
here.
now we're facing this way, so we're facing the couch.
Big old couch.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's not really. Oh, Vietnam. You just returned and absolutely loved it. Vicky, I would love.
we've had a friend tell us that Vietnam was insane.
We have a friend who she's like, we should all go to Vietnam. But my thing is, I don't know how to get my kids to that side of the world
It's
without
really
them.
far with a 3-year-old.
Yes. And with a 16-year-old that doesn't like to travel.
Because you're talking like the shortest flights we saw to get, I didn't even look at Vietnam, but to get over to Asia, it was like 25 hours of travel, which is a lot
Yes.
for anybody. But with a 3-year-old and then kids anyway, that's a lot.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'll keep you guys updated on if we our travel adventure. But I think that would be so fun, and I think our kids would really like it. So, anyways, how long will we live in our new home? Or how long will we?
How long what?
It's how long will we live in our new home?
This home?
Yeah.
I don't think that we ever know.
Yeah. So
the plan always is to just stay and stay and love it and raise everybody and feed everybody, and then just life pops up. And I think everybody I'm very antsy. I'm like, oh, look at this looks cool, we could go do this, we could go we could go do a mini farm, or we could start a jungle resort or whatever. You just everything changes all the time. So
I will say we are definitely the type of people that, obviously, we moved from our dream home in Tennessee down to here. I thought we would be in the house forever, or at least for 20 years. I had no clue we were gonna be moving down here. And so I do think that we're like, hey, if opportunity of something, but we love it here. If at some point, I don't know,
if something popped up that's like, hey, we can do that, we can make that work, and it's not something that messes with our long-term retirement plan, then and it's we'll live on the ocean or live in a neighborhood we want or whatever.
Yeah, but we're really happy where we are right now.
Yeah.
So we don't have any plans right now of doing anything different. The only thing would be if someone ever wanted, sometimes in our area, people, because there aren't always a ton of houses, sometimes people will come and be like, hey, we'll offer you this. And it's like,
that's probably why we would move.
That would be our only reason right now. Jungle resort. Not gonna lie, I would love a jungle resort.
I got some crazy ones here.
Yes.
On Airbnb, but you have to truck water in, or ice and water into these places, some of them. So we'd have to learn how to do that.
Yeah. And our kids are very involved here. They're so involved.
Yeah,
we're here for a long time, at least in the area that we're in, and which we love it. And and same for the house. We're here. We bought it. We're here, planning to be here for a long time. But we aren't so set that if something amazing came across that we would consider or not consider it.
Life's short.
It is.
If opportunity pops up,
Yeah. Are you guys that way at all? The thought of even moving at any point in the next several years.
I think if the rest of my life, if we move, I will do everything I can to include the furniture. Hey,
he's not the one that normally is shopping for all furniture.
Keep it all. And
yeah,
give
try
us
to move
a little bit of money, and we'll go. Just so we don't have to move it.
Try and move as little things as possible.
I don't want to think about moving.
I do not want to think about moving. Whoever had that idea. So pajamas are Pink Lily. I have a discount code as well, and I put the link in the description of the video. They are so soft, and they feel like, if you've ever ordered In My Sundays pajamas, they're that same really soft material, and I absolutely love their pajamas. Can you see if these are a large or a medium?
Sure.
Thanks. Ooh, you shocked me.
These are a medium.
Medium. And I do think they run big. So this is
what I'm a big fan of is this the beef tallow stuff you've been using, because the other stuff that you tried,
yes,
it smells so bad.
I know. I tried to get him to use the stinky one. I bought it off TikTok Shop.
You used it on your face, and you could smell you when you walked by.
It's not like I put a pot roast on my face, but I was like, Europe tallow is incredibly popular, and they'll say oh, if you see people who their skin just looks great, it's because they use tallow every day for 30 years. And so I was so for tallow, and it smelled awful. But this one doesn't smell at all. Have you smelled this one?
Yeah, it smells good.
This one smells great, and it smells like, I drop so many things. That condition where you drop things.
The drop things.
That's what we call it. The dropsies. I have no idea.
Everybody has it.
Yeah. All right, friends, we're gonna hop off here and go to bed. We got a little bit of a late start tonight because of Veda, and
Veda's gotten
horrible bedtime habits lately.
horrible. I don't know. She's just gotten a little bit more awareness and power.
And she's a
become
good
more powerful. She's become more powerful
negotiator.
in general. And
She's something.
She can manipulate everybody. She's good at getting her way. She's good at making you feel bad for her. You know, like
She's cute.
very powerful little baby.
Yes, she is. She's 3. Like they call it the trying 3s for a reason. And it is because
I bet most of the people watching you know what it's
they
like.
probably all know. I forgot.
Lola was. How old was Lola?
Lola had just turned 4.
She had just turned 4 when I met her, and Lola was not that type of baby.
Never has been. Lola has always, but she also slept with Lexi, and we would put them together at the same time, and they had like a little cuddle companion. And so they went to bed great. It was amazing. Like, and neither of them, whereas Veda, she's like, I want strawberries. I'm starving. And you're like, you're not starving. You had food. I am so hungry. Like, and I need to pee, and I need to this. And then finally you have to be like, no, Veda. Like, I'm going to bed. You're going to bed.
And then she cries.
And then she cries.
And you feel bad for her. And then you go over there and you're like, what do you want? She's like, I just want something. I don't know what it is. And she's just like scheming. Like she's like trying to figure out a way to stay up till 1 for some reason. I have no idea.
She does not want to miss out on anything. She does not want to nap. She will fall asleep on car rides and sometimes nap time if you like sing to her for a little while.
It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm in love with her, but it's just tough sometimes.
Here's what it is. It's sometimes, depending on the day, she gets her way. And that is what's created a monster, just a little trying toddler. So, she's just so funny, and she normally has really good. She's just a good negotiator. She's just really funny. And she does. She kind of like, I think when you have so many, you're like, okay, sure. Like, is this really a big deal? But I told him today, she's gotten in this habit of like wanting to get in her own car seat. Like, no, I put myself in. And she climbs up and then she turns herself around. And she wants to buckle and it takes forever. And then sometimes she wants to crawl in the back and doesn't want to come up. And so I was like, we just have to be firm with her and be like, no, you're getting in. If you don't get in now, I'm picking you up and putting you in. And we had to do that to her today. And she just cried and cried. And Lexi's like, why is she crying? I'm like, because we like made her get in her car seat right now and we buckled her. But I was like, I'm not, she has to listen. So it's hard. It's hard because, you want them to be independent, but then they also, you want them to listen to you. So that's where we're working on it. And then sometimes she's just like wild, but that's just part of it. So, all right, friends, we're happy she's asleep. Hopefully she stays asleep. She's also been getting up throughout the night because she's had a cough for like the last week, and I'm just hoping she sleeps. So at like 6:30, I told the girls, I was like, oh, she didn't nap today. Like, hopefully she goes to bed soon. And she probably went to bed at like 9:40. It definitely was not a 7:30 bedtime. She's listening to Blackbird Fly. She really loves that song, and so it's on repeat. But all right, you guys, if you are wanting to read in Matthew, you could start tonight at Matthew 21, and tomorrow is Matthew 21, 12 through 22, and then you go all the way until Matthew 28 if you want to read along with like the resurrection week with us. And I love you guys. I hope you have the best night. If you need links for anything, they're in the description of this video. For skincare, I use Palmifera. I absolutely love their skincare. Tonight, I didn't do like all of the serums. I really just did jellyfish peptide and a beef tallow. But that's just a really great hydrating, anti-aging little combo. And ooh, you might want to have a heart-to-heart kind of planning talk with her. Design bedtime in a way she does, like, we kind of already do that. So she typically does bath, and then she wants to watch 5 minutes of TV, and we set a timer. And when the timer goes off, then it's time to brush her teeth. Then she brushes her teeth, and this is where it started getting wild. We lay her down, and then she's like, I need this baby, or I need that baby. And we're like, okay, pick one baby. And then she wants to pick out her song. But now lately we've been potty training. And so she's been wanting to get up to go potty. And then she wants more songs and books. And we're trying to encourage, obviously, not peeing in her pants. We've tried going potty before we lay into the bed. It's just she's learned. She's just learning. She's just learning how to get away with things. And then we also have to be like, okay, like, no more. This is where we're stopping. But it's hard when she's had a cough this week, because if she gets upset, she'll like make herself puke, or she'll like really cough and then can't like breathe well because she's got a lot of phlegm and like coughing in it. And so I feel like this week we've just like kind of gone backwards a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. We all have these weeks. So I'm sure after a week of all the kids being on spring break, our schedules will be a little wacky. So, you know, it's just parenting. It's just part of it. So, all right, y'all. I love you. Hope you have the best night. If you have questions about anything, you can always send me a message. If you don't already follow me and you like videos like this, be sure you follow Courtney Swan here on my page, and be sure your notifications are turned on if you like videos like this. So, anyways, bye, you guys.